Hi friends, this is Andy, vegan. Today is my juice fasting day, once a week. Only fresh juices. And to me, nut milks also count as juices because you filter the fiber and you reduce the calories on that day and you only have the juice, the nutrients, the pure nutrients. And the fiber is what makes the intestine bacteria work. They stay out, and so the intestine rests. They rest, and you can enjoy the energy. Usually 60% of the food energy goes into the digestive system. We need this energy to get the best from the food and to eliminate what we don't need. 60% of the whole energy. That is a lot. So when we fast, we have 100% of the energy without any digestion. Almost, okay? So that we have a lot more energy, and we need a lot less food. Just juices are perfect because they are pure energy, so we say. And that's what I do today. It's a wonderful time, and always I'm looking forward. My body already looks forward. I've been doing it now for 5 years or so. And I don't miss a single time, with exceptions, vacations or invitations, then I skip because that's more important to me, to be social. What more really counts is that you do it on a regular basis, that you have a rhythm. And then the rhythm begins to establish in the system and your body begins to tune into nature, because that is also what nature does, the weekly rhythm. The moon goes around the earth goes around the sun, and all these rhythms, they reflect in your life. I mean, you should be always the master. You should be the one who is in charge, who's in control. You have to watch everything. You should not be just floating around without knowing what happens. Of course, a yogi, especially, they are trained to have control about their body. And for the rest, they just watch. They watch the flow. But the universal flow is not just a chaos. It's very, very orderly, very nice. And so, it's caused by, it's a response to the law of non-violence. It's a universal law that's all orderly. It's all very nice ordered. It's very economic too. It's the highest economy, the economy of non-violence. So that is not just chaos. It's this watching process, what the yogis talk about. I watch, I'm just the spectator, I'm not the actor. That means that you tune into that flow. It's the highest form of activity. What you control is only the body, the sensory, your senses. That's you have to be in control. And one way to do that, to control this, is to establish rhythms. Like, for example, the juice fasting every week. And today I have a wonderful juice. I was looking for a spinach again for some time. I have not used it in a juice. The green juices are, of course, very, very special because they have this wonderful chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the main food for the bacteria in the intestines, and they can really thrive on it. And inside the chlorophyll, we have a hard time to digest it. Without the bacteria, we can't do it. Inside the chlorophyll, there's magnesium. Magnesium is what we thrive on. Bacteria take the rest that we don't need. And that's why the green is so important. And together with spinach, I have a mango here. This is also a wonderful gift of nature. Mangoes are one of the favorite foods in Indian cuisine for generations, for thousands of years. They have so many different kinds of mangoes. As you see, I have the peel on here. Peel is also rich with nutrients, and a special flavor in the peel that makes the mango even more mangoey. I mean, if you take too much of the peel, for example, there are recipes that really don't bear it. Then you can take the peel off. I use the peel in juices most of the time, mango juices, because it adds a really nice flavor, a nice mangoey note. That's really nice. So, and the third ingredient here is a lemon. Here I have one lemon, a small lemon, and I will try to use a little bit of the peel Not all of it. I've already found out that it would be too much for me because the peel is first very healthy. There is the antioxidants are really concentrated in the peel, and there's this wonderful lemon flavor, yeah, is in the peel, mostly in the oil and in the peel, and whereas in the fruit, in the flesh, there is less of the flavor, more of the sour, yeah, the acid. But lemon is not an acid fruit. That's, by the way, the effect is not acidity causing. No, none of this is. And so, the other aspect of the lemon, why I use it not only flavor-wise, harmony is so nice with a mango. It's a perfect combination of lemon and mango. You have to try mango and ginger too. But I have only 3 greens today, so I think the peel would play the part of the ginger also, because there is something sharp to the peel, yeah, and a little bit similar to the mango, to the ginger. And the peel also, there's also something that corresponds a little bit to the ginger. If you want to have a little bit comparison, yeah, what are the flavor components here? Flavor is very important for me because food is, of course, for the physical, is a nourishment of the physical. And the physical is, of course, maintained by the senses. The senses make our contact, yeah, to the environment, to the physical world, and we control the physical world with our senses, yeah, the organs. And yeah, that's why the flavor is so important. It's just part of that sensory world. We have to make it beautiful, create beautiful everywhere around us. So yeah, that's why I like it, always beautiful and delicious. It's very important to make our energy flow and not be blocked by, oh, disgust or, yeah, that's that difficult. Then the energy doesn't flow and the effect of the good food might be destroyed. So good to have it always nice in the flow. So one more thing regarding the lemon and the spinach, why the combination is so important, because the spinach is a green, a leafy green. That means very healthy, chlorophyll, of course, very important, enzymes and so. But some of the greens have especially more oxalic acid, and that is oxalates are a salt that keeps the body from digesting minerals, certain minerals like calcium, iron, and so. That's why we have to be careful not to eat too much of these kind of spinach or chard or these kind of greens. But we can do something to balance the effect. One of the effect is we don't take in the minerals so well. And the other effect is that in the gallbladder, there we can have stones building from the remnants of the digestion of the spinach and the oxalates. So the oxalates, they can make gallbladder stones, and that's not very nice. And for this, the lemon comes into the game, and the lemon will cause the opposite effect and cleanse it again. So lemon is very good together with spinach. So it's a little bit of theory today, just for the nutrient contents, for the sensual, and also for the rhythms in the fasting and control of your life. So I will begin to blend, to juice it. I'll come back in a sec. Everything is juiced. Here's what's called the trester. That's what remains from the juicing. I ran that through the juicer several times, so not so much is left. Oh, it's the fiber basically. But there, of course, there's always a little bit of fiber in the juice. Yeah. But not too much. Yeah. This is a very thick juice, the creamy juice, and that depends as well on the juicer as also on the fruit you have, how ripe they are, and what kind of fruit it is. Carrot, for example, make a very runny juices, and mangoes and make more creamy juices. I like it. It's up to you if you like it. I will taste it now. I used half of the lemon peel, and I guess it is should be okay. I will try it now. yeah, a little bit sour, but very delicious. The mango was pretty sour. And you have a more sweeter mango that turns into more sweetness, of course. So it's very much depending on the ingredients you have. Combination is very nice. I have 2 mangoes, ripe, of course. There are so many varieties. And about the same volume of spinach. It's a small bunch. You can also buy the baby spinach. Then you have smaller leaves. And then, but just about the volume, you press it a little bit, and then you have this about the amount of the mangoes. Just volume, 2 cups or so. That is pretty okay. To have a general advice how to use the quantities. And if I use, for example, 2 fruit like a mango or so, I usually, or 2 to 3, I take 1 lemon. So just to give a general amount. And that always varies as to your liking. And now I show you what the juice looks like. It's really creamy here, runs into the glass, almost like a smoothie. But I haven't got the juice. But the color is so nice. This wonderful green from the spinach, and from the green mango I had with the peel. So that is very nutrient dense today. And one more thing I want to tell you about the spinach and the oxalates. What I said, that they take away the nutrients from the body, is only half the truth, because that is only referring to the minerals in the spinach. So if you say, oh, spinach is so high in iron, for example, it's a myth, but there is iron, but not too much, and not that much, not for red beet, for example, not more. So if you say that is only regarding the nutrients in, the mineral in, the spinach itself, if you have the same dish or the same drink, another component with the minerals, those minerals from the other fruit or veggie will not be stopped from absorption. So you can add in the spinach meal another ingredient to replace the minerals from the spinach. All you have to know, the minerals in the spinach, they will not be absorbed so easily, but the greens will of course be absorbed. The chlorophyll will be absorbed, that's no problem. But iron and calcium, if you look at in the spinach, you won't be so happy with that. So just take a sesame seed, for example, in addition, a salad or so with the dressing. For the spinach, you have a wonderful iron and calcium effect. And yeah, that's why I wanted to add now information. Now and the rest, have a wonderful day. Use this juice, whatever you like. You can join the juice fasting. You can go to Tree Yoga Moon Fasting on Facebook. There's a wonderful website where some people join to fast together once a week. And you can also subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, once a week. A juice recipe, of course, or nut milk, same. And yeah, otherwise, on many locations on the social networks, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. See you soon.